Seems like this is kind of a horror game so far. I thought when I looked at the trailer, it just seemed like it was a text based adventure, so that's kind of cool. I don't see where. Oh, I forgot to save it. Right. Try that. Right, so there's Twitch chat. Okay. We need to move it down and to the right. And maybe scale it up a little bit. Try that. No, farther down. That's good there. Just needs to be larger. Too far. Still too far. Okay, that's good. And then like that. No, shorter than that. Why is it forcing? Okay, wait a minute. I think that looks pretty good. Yep. Alright, we're good to go. The man behind the counter. Oh wait, I already read this. It only takes a few steps. Another traveler, I see, he says. Come to rest your wearied head, body? It's cold out there, no? He looks back towards one of the stairwells. I've seen many travelers come and go through this inn of mine. Sorry, quick fix was still running. Some young and filled with spirit, others old enough to know better. But no matter the reason for your journey, I can guarantee rest here for when you need it. Should things ever become too dire out there, he continues, I imagine you might well wake up here again. After all, no matter the nightmare, it is just a nightmare after all, isn't it? The man looks down at something on his desk, but you cannot see it. He begins to write. Now tell me, traveler, why have you come here? If you wish to sleep, just enter up the stairs. Either one. If you'd rather a short rest, the fireplace has room for more. Firelight dances across the room. There are a few windows where the rain and snow patter outside. It feels safe. Alright, so this is where we can come to heal then. Tell the man about your journey. You decide to tell the man the reason you journey. You tell him that you wish to get the dark egg. His eyes light up as you speak. Well, who am I to stop someone from trying to reach their desires? One doesn't go looking for the egg without sense and purpose. To try and hold the dark egg is to risk everything, and the road will not be kind to you, young one. No, it will not be kind at all. The man reaches into a drawer below the desk, and you hear a rustling of paper and clattering of metal. He pulls a small key up onto the countertop. This here is the key to the gates. I'd be happy to give it to you, but first I must ask you to do something for me. I look to him and ask what he wants. He smiles. What I want is a stone from that chapel. You remember the chapel, right? You must have passed it on your way here. Hard to miss. Quite charming on the inside, too. Inside the chapel is a stone. A magic stone of sorts. Or at least, that's what the rumors have said. No one has found any such thing for as long as that chapel has stood. He grabs the key and places it back in his drawer, but you seem different. I want you to search for it. It's not a deal breaker if you can't find it, it's just a rumor after all. In truth, good morning, TDH. It's wishful to still believe that something like that could exist after all this time. But someone aiming for the egg, I imagine you should know what it's like to chase a wish. I think you know exactly what it is that I feel. How are you doing today? You nod. The firelight dances across the room. There are a few windows where oh, we read that. So, let's see. I still have 18 out of 20 energy. We're gonna leave the end, go back to the chapel, and then... walk down the path towards the gates. Back to the chapel. And the egg still sits on the altar calling to you. Are you doing Nia's bugging? I'm not okay, but I am here, so I'll see how this day goes. How you doing? Never seen this game before? Yeah, so if you look up in the top right, I think it should be right. I did some research over the weekend, found some games to play, and I'm trying them out, so... You walk up to the egg, passing rows of empty pews along your way. Physically or mentally? Mentally. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep. I had a breakdown, and... now I'm here. You walk up to the egg, passing rows of empty pews along your way. At the altar you notice 4 pedestals surrounding the egg, each with a lit beacon. Faint glow surrounds the egg. So we know that the egg is a fake, according to the old man in the house. I'm gonna check the pedestals. You go toward one of the pedestals and notice that from each one extrudes a glowing barrier. Nearly invisible, it's likely a dangerous trap meant to protect the egg. 4 pedestals are lit, and the barrier protects the egg. Go around to the back. You step around to the back of the altar. Alright, check the left one. You examine the left pedestal and notice a switch beneath its beacon. You try to press it and hear a click. The beacon switches off with a low hum, the barrier dimming with it. Sparks fly from the other 3 beacons toward the edges of the chapel. One goes to the pictures, another goes to the large stained glass window, and the third to the back of the chapel. After a moment, the pedestals rest once more. I just lost 1 energy. Follow one of the sparks towards a stained glass window lining the chapel's wall. It depicts 2 wide wings surrounding a mess of colored panes without any real form. Despite the cloudy weather, light still shines through, tracing the floor. You can hear rain pattering against the glass. Nothing in the window moves, and yet every time you look back, you swear the colors are different. Check the floor where the light shines. The patterns made on the floor seem suspicious. When you get close, you notice a grid marked with lines and dots. The light touches only specific dots. The light hitting the dot crawls through lines connected to it. Seems you can move the lines around. Wait. The light hitting the dot crawls through the lines. No. Oh. Okay, wait. So got it. With a click, the third pattern lights up. Soon after, the light from beyond glass vanishes, and the patterns dull down to just scratches in the floor again. The rain continues to patter outside. When you turn around, you see one less lit pedestal around the egg. So I got the window. Let's go to the gallery. On the side of the chapel are various pictures spaced out across the entire wall. You approach the first and scan past each one, noting their contents. You'll need to look more closely to find anything. Start with the harbor. You see an eagle-eyed view of the harbor, only it is a beautiful day and filled with blue. Around the town are small blots of people in color unlike anything you've seen in your brief stay. The warmth of the scene radiates from the painting. The layout of the harbor, even individual buildings, are identical to the real thing. Perhaps this is a recent work? You can even make out the small shop you passed along your way. Someone is walking into it. Wait. As you scan past the shop, something catches your eye. You peer closer and see an odd gray blotch. It's the man. The man you talked to, the laughing man. You make eye contact? You recoil, but then he's gone. In his place is a blurry smudge on an empty street. I lost sanity. A beautiful cityscape covers the picture surrounding a large town square. The architecture is some of the finest you've seen. In the center of the town square rests something large. Everyone is looking at it. Surrounding it, a creature. It becomes increasingly abstract toward the center. You can't tell what you're supposed to be looking at. It looks like it's breathing. I'm gonna lose a lot of sanity here. The dark egg stands in all its glory at the center of the frame. At each corner is an angel, arms outstretched, and holding a cloth they aim to drape over the egg. Behind the egg in the distance you see the same scene again. The brightness of the egg contrasts its name. Its brilliance seems to glow off the ink. You feel like you can understand the praises the angels sing of it. In truth, you've never been more certain of its power and of your goal. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a small switch right by the painting. Was that always there? You reach out and flick the switch and hear an echoing click behind you. You turn around and see one of the 4 beacons has dimmed away. The barrier weakens. It just leaves there. At the back of the chapel, the lights are dim. The roof slides down as you near the edge, squeezing the room. space is mostly empty, though there are various objects and furniture strewn about. You notice various books at one corner and a closet nearby, and the other a piano. The floor is a mess, but not a speck of dust in sight. You know, I think the switch is going to be on the piano. You find a rather beautiful piano. Despite its dust, its entire body has a lovely wooden sheen, and the ivory keys sit eager to be played. The piano waits. You're not really sure what to play, but you play all the same. Stop. I feel like there's gonna be a specific tune. Move the piano. You open up the closet and find it deeper than you first thought, far, far deeper, though you're certain the chapel wasn't this long from the outside. Was it? It's dark. I don't think that's a good idea either. You go to pick up the books, opening them as you do. You quickly find they are all in a language you do not understand. You place them on a nearby shelf. Here's a mess. Well... I still think it's a piano. This is like a puzzle game type beat. So far, I've done a few puzzles, but I don't really know what I'm getting into this morning, apart from what I've seen in the trailers. And I didn't see any puzzles in the trailer for this game. Feel around for a light switch and find one, pressing it. Immediately candles begin lighting a narrow hallway row by row. Oh no. Nope. I lost more sanity. It's getting there. It's getting there. Don't walk down the hallway. I walk down the hallway. I don't think that's a good idea. You creep past the mannequins slowly without a sound. Um, they do not move, and yet when you turn around, the ones behind you have turned their heads. Their eyes bore into you. You ignore the mannequins and press on. The hallway is endless, the mannequins are endless, and everything looks the same. You're tiring. But thankfully, as you keep moving through the rows of heads, you stumble upon what seems to be the very same door you came in from. Wait, we found something. There it is. Let's go. Faded sheet music for a piano. Why was it stuck to the wall? You suppose it's time to get out of here. And we lost one energy and one sanity. Coin flip. You turn around and aren't even surprised to find the mannequin staring at you once more. You scurry back through the hallway, going quick as possible, it's best not to come back here again. Check the piano. Find the piano's music desk to be rather small, just large enough for a single page. Placing the sheet music you found inside the closet, it unfolds and fits beautifully as if it were there the whole time. Always there, always meant to be there. Assert dominance, stare back at them while T-posing. The piano waits. Press a few keys. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Wait. Oh, okay. So... this one? I think it actually was the background music. As soon as you press the final key... Yeah, it was. As soon as you press the final key, a click is heard behind you and the piano goes silent. You turn around and find one of the 4 pedestals is turned off. All 4 pedestals are unlit, the barrier is gone, and so is the egg. Inspect the altar. You wonder if your eyes were playing a trick on you. Stepping up to the altar where the barrier used to be, you can see as clear as day the egg is gone. You feel the altar looking for it. Perhaps it's been hidden. Try as you might, you find nothing about the egg. You are surprised, however, to find a metal beneath your hand. You check your hand and find a key. You're not sure where the egg went, but this key could come in handy. What could it be for? What do we think? Do I test my sanity, go back into the closet, and try and open the other door through the tunnel of mannequins? Or do I just leave? My inventory. You know, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm going back in. Walk down the hallway. Continue. You've done this walk before, but that doesn't mean you like it. You've arrived at the end once again. Tentatively, you go to open the door in front of you. Nothing looks out of place. This is the same door, you're sure of it. Steeling yourself, you unlock the door and creak it open to what looks like the back of the chapel. Only something seems off.